Hello, my name is CurseForge and welcome back to our Enigmatica 2 Expert Mode playthrough. Looking for some extra channels because I'm about to set up this quantum compressor here. And the reason for that is not what I wanted to do. I want to put Inferium in here and turn this into Insanium Essence, because this is another one that is lagging my crafting of the ultimate ingots. It's going where I want it to. And I think I'm just going to throw a storage bus on this, actually. But I think I'm going to do. Is that what I want to do? Not where I want to put that. I do know that. I'm going to put it on the side, I think. Yeah, and then yes. No, I don't want Inferium on there. I do want Inferium on that. With that. But I do need to give it power. I'm pretty sure it won't craft up the final thing if you don't give it power. So let's do that. Kind of wish my whole base was wireless, but I am not about to spend time on that. Especially with stuff that is probably obsolete at this point. But yeah, there we go. So 1,000 Inferium Essence will get you Insanium. Yeah, it won't do that last little bit, I think, if you don't have power in it. So there is our Insanium. For that, I want to do this. I think I'm gonna remove this. It's a P. So it doesn't calculate it. May actually, no, I don't need it anymore. Also, we'll get into that in a second, but these elite compressing factories is really annoying to craft. So Insanium ingot, it shouldn't lag anymore. No, there we go. So that was what was one of the things that was causing this to lag a lot. Yeah, there we go. So it's instantaneous. Those mystical agriculture things are crazy. Because before, when the thing actually, let's just double check. I'm pretty sure that Insanium is what was, now that I said I don't want it, I want it back. That infusion. That. All right, so if we put this back in and try that. Yeah, look at the lag right there. And that was just that. So ultimate ingot. It's not terrible, but if we pull that out, it should be almost instantaneous. Yep, see, there we go. So yeah, be careful with these crazy recursive kind of things. Well, it's not recursive, it's exponential. Because it's like 4 of one equals the higher tier, and then 4 of that kind of thing. So it just gets crazy with the amounts of calculations it has to do. Also, like I was saying, the elite crafting things are really annoying, and I actually think part of the problem, well, one of the things is there's no actual recipe for these elite compressing, and we need these for Elite's compressing factory. We need this for the quantum compressors, but there's no actual recipe for the Elite version. So you have to place it in the world and upgrade it that way. So what I've done is actually make a recipe with the 3 tiers of installers. Unless there's some hidden recipe that I don't know about, that lets you craft these directly instead of having to place them in the world. I don't know how to get around this, except for placing it down and upgrading it by hand. And as you can imagine, if you have 20 and none of these stack, you're going to be in for a bad time. Also, my battery thing, the Draconic Flux Capacitor was charging these. That is, if we remember when I was placing the pumps and they had power in them for some reason, they weren't connected, and I was trying to figure out where the heck were the power coming from. It was because I was actually charging them with my battery that I had forgotten I had. So if you do that, one, they don't stack, and two, it completely screws up all the things. So this, if we see that recipe right there, it requires stored energy, and there's no way to skip that. So I actually need to place the one that has no energy in it. So I was having all sorts of weird kind of issues with that. I'm just gonna fix that really quick. But yeah, if anyone knows if there's any way to actually craft those without having to go through that craziness, just placing down a whole bunch of machines and then having to manually do that, I would love to know, because I am not seeing a recipe for it. Alright, I think that's fixed. Yeah, and the factories don't stack either, which makes it even worse. It just seems kind of weird that they would have an item like modified to include something that you can't automatically craft up. So I did a lot of that by hand. Let's see. Quantum, let's see if we can at least craft up the one. And then the other issue is it doesn't work in the automation interface either. That was the other issue I was running into. So I was placing all the items in the automation interface, and then it wasn't actually working. It would get stuck because it didn't recognize that item. Yep, see, it's stuck because it doesn't recognize that. What I'm going to do is let it fill everything up. Clear recipe. Put that in there. Save recipe. And that should work with the next one. Except, again, I can't craft that up because I don't have a thing for it. And now it's not recognizing that. So I don't know how to get around this. Maybe. All right, so that's the reason. Again, I didn't realize it had power in it. So yeah. Yes. Man, this is annoying. I just realized what was happening, so I wanted to kind of show that you got to be careful with this because it was quite frustrating. I hate when like stuff doesn't seem to work when it comes to like recognizing items that I have recipes for. It just drives me nuts. All right, so that, place it down, make sure there's no power in it. Pull this out. Cancel that. Do that. And there we go. I think that'll work. So once again, quantum, if I need one more of those. Actually, already had the thing. Let's just double check again. Yes. All right. So it looks like that's crafting up. Let's just double check that it places the items in here, and then that recipe is recognized. And then I think we should be good. All right. Also, one of these days I will remember which order these things go in. Break that, throw that in there. Did it count? It did. All right, cool. Finally fixed that. So, yeah. Wanted to just get that set up because we're going to need lots of it moving forward. All right, so that's that. Moving on. The neutronium I just noticed. We need one more of those. Let's get that going. And what else? Anything super crazy? No. So I think with that, this shouldn't lag for about 10 hours. Oh, there we go. It's almost instantaneous now. What was the charcoal for? I don't even remember. For that, maybe? Fire charges? Yeah, I think it's for fire charges. But, guess let's just make a whole bunch of it. Let's just make like 1,000. And smelt it? Does that work? Yeah. Alright, so I think that is that. Is there anything else that I'm missing that I can do with ultimate terrasteel? Do I have a recipe for terrasteel? I have a recipe for terrasteel, don't I? Have I never done a recipe for terrasteel? That's weird. Maybe I just did a whole... I probably did, I must have done like 5 stacks or something like that when I first got it, and I've never had to autocraft it. I thought I had a recipe for that. What are we missing? Right, I don't like that. Why are we missing stuff? That makes me nervous. All right, let me see what that is about. Why? What is that? What have I done? I feel like I've done something. Did I screw something up here? Maybe something. I did switch something around. Does it need to be ordered? I have no idea. Just make sure they're the same. Maybe they were... Maybe I had like different... When I was trying to figure out what was going on with the quantum compressor, maybe I screwed something up there. Because, I mean, this has worked in the past, so I don't know. It's so weird. I don't know. Alright. One last thing. I don't know why it's not working anymore. And I'm not super knowledgeable about this mod. No, not what I want. See, it's not showing up there. That's... Keep hitting the wrong button. Ordered. Save. Also, not entirely sure what the difference is. Because, I mean, the ultimate ingot doesn't need to be in a specific order. So, I'm going to be really sad if for some reason this is not... Alright, I don't know. I don't know why it's saying it's missing that. That is really weird. Alright, I'll be right back. Okay, I actually realized what happened. So I went through the ultimate ingot recipe, and you can actually craft up all the packages, the recipe packages, one at a time, and I realized the crystal ingot was not working. That was the one that was giving me all these errors, and I actually noticed that I had the one that required the crafting was an ordered recipe. It doesn't actually need to be. So that won't even require a thing, but that was requiring 4 separate recipe packages because each thing was a separate one, and then the actual crafting recipe wasn't. So yeah, that was the issue with that. The recipes were not matching, and I screwed that up when I was trying to figure out what to do. So yeah, the ordered, I think the only time you really need the ordered is if the actual order actually matters, and these don't. With this crafting, it doesn't matter because this knows the order. We're not directly putting it in the crafting table. If we were directly putting it in a 9x9 crafting table or something like that, then it would, yeah, it would actually need it. So there's all the recipes, and that should be working. Yes. All right, there we go. So ultimate ingot. There we go. All right. I just wanted to show that, just in case you don't know how the mod works. I don't have to save it here, but if we see this, there's no recipes. It's all on just one because it's under 9 items. If I do ordered and put that in, it's going to require 4 packages, and that's what it was looking for and it couldn't find. So yeah, just keep that in mind when you are making recipes. All right, so let me get back to doing this. I'm crafting up all the ultimate ingots. That's the outside. Rocket fuel. Have we ever... I don't think we've ever actually crafted up rocket fuel. Chemical reactor. Do we have a chemical reactor? Is that a chemical reactor? I don't remember. Rolling machine. No. We have the electrolyzer. We never did the chemical reactor. Alright, so I need to craft up some rocket fuel. As we can see, it is not very complicated. Neutronium. Let me get the awakened. Yeah. Everything else on here is relatively easy, except for these. I'll be right back. So we're back. I'm just crafting up a condensator, and we'll see why in a second. I think the last ultimate... Yes, there it is. Looking at the wrong thing. Last ultimate in there. And yeah, there's just a couple things left. Everything is working really well. This is actually really... Ironically, a lot of these fluids, neutron fluid, we just got UV matter, we just have automated. Liquid DNA, I just did in a thing, and so did a Primal Mana. Ironically, I just did those. I didn't even realize that was in this. I just wanted to get those infinite to make my life easier crafting stuff up. But yeah, so that's that. So I'm starting to work on this part, this thing, the creative gas tank frame, and basically just picking something and going with it. So 3 of them are slurries, which are basically just an ore. That's the 5x mechanism line or whatever that is. So the slurry is only, I think, 3x, I think, at that point. But I have most of it set up. Basically, there's the chemical washer, the distillation chamber, and crystallizer. We're not even going to use that. We just need to get it to this point. So I'm actually going to... can we... No, this one does not have... That one doesn't have a thing where I can tell it to stop. And neither does this. Alright, but there is sulfuric acid in here that I have crafted. So I'm going to see, without having to turn this whole thing back on again, I think that was sulfur I went in there, actually. Actually, let's just do it this way. Right, sulfur goes in there? Is that what it was, I think? I don't have this super fast. Yeah, and that just goes down there to there. Right. I don't think that oxygen is supposed to be in there if I am remembering. Nope. That's nuclear craft. There's so many sulfuric acids here. Yeah, sulfur trioxide. Man, how do I get that out? Is there any way to get that? There must be a way to get that out. Isn't that like the plunger or something like that? This thing. Gauge dropper. If that even works. I wish... Yeah. Can I just... No. I just want to avoid it. Let me void this. I don't know. I don't want to worry about this right now. We'll just craft up 3 more. I wonder if there's a way to avoid that. Oh, there we go. Alright, I overthink that. Shift click. What did I don't know. I don't like this mechanic where there's no, like, I can't void something if something gets accidentally screwed up. Alright, there we go. And, ooh, there we go. I want to turn that off. Alright. The reason I want to turn that off is because I want to pump this into this, and we will turn it into a liquid. That's not what I wanted to do. And then we can, there it goes. Yeah, once we turn it to liquid, then we can turn it into a infinite source. I thought that would have gone on the other side, but well, I guess... No, I guess that makes sense. No. I don't know which way I need to do it. No, concentrating, that would be turning to liquid, right? Is my guess. There. Right. I think that, yeah, that's turning it into a fluid. So what we're going to do is basically put that into... I guess we could do that. I'm assuming that will work in the creative tank. Did I leave that up top? Alright, where did I put my creative tank? Oh, there it is. If I did that... Yeah, there we go. And then I basically want that to turn into a gas, and then we'll go that way. I can actually turn all this off. I don't need this running. And we will... What do I want to do? I guess... I have no idea if... I don't need to be doing black hole tanks, but... I just keep doing that anyway. We'll do that. I know I can do the lasers, but I don't need... Although I do kind of need... Oh, wrong thing. I do need like a decent amount, actually. But the first one is the mithril. And we have an infused ore. That's what I want. So I need to pipe... mechanism... Pipes, I guess we'll use? Sure. That... There we go, that's going into there. And that should go into there. Alright, there we go. Now I can speed this up, obviously, and I probably will. Craft 100 of those, energy. 100 of those. Man, that's annoying, I don't have pulverized gold. I also need to throw more speed upgrades in a lot of these machines. There's a lot of things I could improve my base on. Alright, so that's there. And then what we'll do is just throw that in there. Now this slurry, I don't think there's like any way... Okay, so that... Do I only need like one? I thought that would have been... No, that's what I need, right? That's the gas. This is... Those are like fluids. That's... Looks like this clean mithril slurry isn't actually... I'm not seeing that anywhere. It looks like... Yeah, it's not showing up. Yeah, there's no, like, use other than putting it in there. I can't do anything with it. So I am just gonna have to, I think, just... I think I'm just gonna have to put it in a ultimate gas tank, which I don't... Oh, I do have an ultimate. I have a recipe for it. I don't remember when I did, but we have a recipe for an ultimate gas tank. So I think we'll just have to put it in there. So... Also, it is 8 stacks. So I'm just going to throw a hopper with a chest on top. For 8 stacks of, what was it? Infused. So we did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. I think that's what we'll do. That. If this even works, I have no idea. It does look like it's working. Alright, so that'll go in there. We'll get our clean slurry. That'll turn it into that. And the tank. Yeah, there we go. So there is our clean mithril slurry. That is 1 of 8. There's 2 more slurries, which... No, there's 3 more slurries. 4? There's 4 slurries. So basically it's this. Once this fills up, we'll switch it out. Yeah, so I want to get the exact amount. Although I didn't even look. I'm assuming I didn't even look what we got out of how 1-to-1. Yeah, alright. So yeah, it's 1-to-1. Cool. I just need to speed this all up. But, alright, that is pretty cool. I think we will for sure get the... I think we'll for sure get the gas tank next episode. And then after that, I'm going to continue working on the... Need to do something with the water. Do have a much faster water thing. There. Right, that's just water, isn't it? Pretty sure. And that is like tearing through that. There we go. Alright, I was like, there's no way we are going through that much. Alright, there we go. Right? I may need to upgrade that with a ultimate. No? Alloy. What the heck? I need to wrap up here. I am running way over. But I want to make sure this is working. Really quick. Luckily those are relatively fast. No, I have to upgrade it. Alright. No. Come on. No, we'll get it done. I want to get this done before... There we go. That wasn't too bad. Alright, let's... There. Wow, that is draining a lot of water. Holy cow. But, alright, there we go. So, everything is upgraded pretty much as fast as we can get it to go. Right? Yeah. So we'll just let that fill up. I mean, it's going pretty dang quick. And, yeah, we'll come back and get the creative tank next episode. So thanks for watching, and have a good one.